Okay, we're gonna do mine first. Alright, call to order the meeting at 4:48. Is that right? 4:44. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is a roll call.
Sure. Highway Commissioner Alessio,
Here.
Trustee Slattery,
Here.
Trustee Edwards,
Here.
Trustee Escupia,
Here.
Trustee Arias, not present. Community Member Jeremy Guzicki.
Here.
Community Member Jesse Stiff is not present, and Supervisor Angel Contreras.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Next on the agenda, is to approve the minutes of our previous road district meeting held on January 9th at 4:30 in this room. Can I get, motion to do that?
So move.
Second.
Okay. Highway Commissioner Alessio,
Aye.
Trustee Slattery,
Aye.
Trustee Edwards,
Aye.
Trustee Escupia,
Aye.
Community Member Guzicki,
Aye.
and Supervisor Contreras.
Aye.
Motion carried.
The next portion of our meeting is dedicated to public comment. Take a moment to see if anybody from the public has anything to contribute to our meeting. I don't see anybody from the public interested in speaking tonight. We'll close that portion of our meeting. We'll move on to agenda number 6 to discuss the timeline of our current decennial meetings. This is our second of 3 meetings. I apologize, last meeting I was last posted meeting date, I was unavailable for the meeting, and I appreciate everybody's time, and thank you for the grace of moving it to this time. Next month, our regular board meeting will have this 3rd meeting just prior, 4:30, ahead of our April regularly scheduled board meeting. I do have some of a working report I'd like to enter tonight. I was able to provide this to the members ahead of time. And I'd just like to go over some general information, and I will, speak just a bit on it. The number of employees the road district employs is 8 full-time employees. Just as a note, I'll try to kind of make notes where things are different than, at the beginning of my term. At the beginning of my term, there were 6 full-time employees. Now we have 8 full-time employees. As my understanding, just prior to my term, we had 7 full-time employees. We quickly hired the 7th employee to bring the road district to where we're at, and then after a period of assessment during my term, with the amount of equipment and the amount of roads we have to cover, and also the need, the tremendous amount of garbage and just general maintenance needed, we decided to add a full-time employee. So that's how we got to 8. During my time, we've added summer employees because the summer is our busiest time with garbage, grass cutting. We do a lot of maintenance on our yard. We have a large property that has a lot of grass to be mowed, and also it was my judgment that the yard was not properly maintained, and so we've added part-time employees during the summer, as well as a part-time employee during the summer to provide for some administrative work in the office that allows for the road district staff to actually use the vacation time that they have. because, you know, it's great to provide people on a, employment agreement how much vacation time, but if they're not, if we cannot function as an office, you know, long story short, we needed an extra person to help with administrative work during the summer. Some of the programs we offer that are ongoing, current, and always happening, we do 50-50 sidewalk program, which I believe has been done, but this is something that we've put money into the budget to provide for this, because although previously it had been provided for, you know, my understanding is sometimes we didn't have enough money in the budget line item to actually, you know, provide for it. We do street sweeping on a yearly basis, generally in the fall. When the leaves fall, we clear the gutters and so forth and keep the roads clean just prior to winter, time of need. We do tree removal. We do street lighting, and we've added a street lighting district, which is by statute when a street lighting district, I believe it was the Eastmoreland, their board, they formed their own street lighting district, their board, they didn't have attendance, they no longer wanted to have a private street lighting district, and then by statute, we're the ones who got to take that over, and so we do that. Also, obviously, we do roadway maintenance, which I don't have to get too much into it. I'm very proud of the amount of money we have put into the roads. We mainly work with our engineering firms to establish which roads have the highest need, and we are slowly eliminating, you know, the yellow or red ratings, which are fair or poor road ratings, and we are very much improving the roads overall as a road district. Intergovernmental agreements, we work with the Will County Emergency Management we work on their radio system during snow plowing season, well, all the time, but that's when we use it most. We work with the Joliet Park District. We are the ones who purchase the salt. When the Joliet Park District needs salt, we have an IGA. They are able to use salt as needed at the rate we purchase the salt at. Gives us a greater purchasing power, and it's a benefit to the taxpayers overall. Jackson Township, same, we have the exact same IGA, we work with them on that. As I talk about intergovernmental agreements, we don't have a formal agreement, but the city of Joliet and the road districts in Joliet, we have very complicated annexations. Sometimes it's a street, sometimes it's only one house, that's the city and a township house. Prior to being here, the road district used to lift or plow when it was a city street every single time, and only plow the road district streets and vice versa for the city. I found that out prior to the first winter, and I immediately called the city of Joliet. We had a meeting with all their foremen and their roadways director, and we got the maps out. We sat there with our highlighters, did the hard work, and now we have an agreed upon area that we keep the plows down and more efficiently plow the snow where we intersect with the city, so I'm very proud of that. We have a work order card system, so every call that comes in, even calls that aren't necessarily relevant, what we do is we fill out a card, and then that system, with some of the part-time work, gets logged into a Excel document, and we have a historical log of every single call that comes into the road district. This helps us assess need and assign tasks so that we can best suit areas of need. And you know, other things that I think we very proud of is we've done trail cams, because there's areas of unincorporated Joliet that are very much out of the normal range of law enforcement or anything. People drive large pieces of garbage, and we put trail cams at certain spots, and we work with the county sheriff's office to hopefully prevent them and make sure that people aren't able to do such things anymore. And then the last thing is we implemented a 5-ton weight limit. Everybody knows around here how prevalent trucks are. All of our roads are marked 5-ton weight limit and no truck parking, and although that is not always followed, the road district has no enforcement ability whatsoever, but we are doing our end to help best suit what we see as the residential qualities of the neighborhood. So that is my current working report. I open it for any of the board members to have comment on anything I provided today or questions.
What was the average rating of the roads before you took your turn? You mentioned that you're decreasing the red and yellows.
Yeah, I can, we have a historical log of the road condition ratings report, and I can provide them for the last 3 years. Next meeting or as part of the larger report, I think that would absolutely be necessary. And I think it would show, would back up, you know, my extemporaneous comment on that. But yeah, we've, as far as I understand, we've almost, at this point, have almost ground down and repaved every single road district road in the last 10 years. So, which is good.
You track improvements by work workers. Now, how is it done?
Well, it was tracked, yeah. Like I said, the Excel document of tracking every single thing. We basically had an informal system, and it's been completely formalized at this point, which we have all the work orders logged. Actually, not just my term, but we have them all logged back to 2015 now into the Excel document. Which is a good thing, because sometimes we'll have residents, they'll call in and they'll say, you know, I've called in 3 times on the same issue, and, you know, it's not to undermine their complaint, but, you know, we know that this is probably their first time calling in on it, which is fine, but it just helps us assess the need.
On the salt,
Yes.
is there a division that you had beforehand that you knew about, or? I guess what I'm saying is, you knew how much salt you would use.
Yes.
Did you know how much the park district would use of Jackson Township?
We, you know, when we purchase salt, we put in for a higher amount than we need. We only get charged for what we purchase. So we only, and we do have pretty, you know, exceptional amount of storage at the road district, but we do not have this amount of storage we need for a whole season. So we order the salt as we need it.
Okay, I guess my question
Yeah.
really is the park district getting more than its share, or Jackson Township getting more than its share of salt?
No, the park district doesn't really have the ability to take that much salt or store it. They don't even have enough, they have basically one CDL driver, and they don't really have a truck, so they generally take as little as they can to fit their needs. And generally, it's not an exceptional amount, it's pretty low.
I was thinking with all their parking lots, that maybe they.
I believe their parking lots are serviced by a contractor.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's mostly like, sidewalks and stuff within the parks.
Okay,
Yeah, I think their parking lots are handled by a contractor, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's my understanding. In Jackson Township,
I know they don't have the roads.
well, in Jackson Township, actually this year, although we did continue our intergovernmental agreement, they purchased their own salt this year.
Okay.
In a separate thing, but it benefits them to have the intergovernmental agreement in case they didn't purchase enough or so forth.
Yeah, and also look at the prices that we get.
Right. And and that's actually continues with the intergovernmental, just the last note since you mentioned that, we work with, the road districts within Will County, and we purchase salt as a group. And we're a part of that group, and that's obviously, we can purchase from the state bid, or we can purchase it this way, we get a better rate the way we do it. And so, that's actually something we benefit from, is purchasing it, as I said, with the group of other road districts in Will County. And that's, Will County Highway Commissioners Association. If there's no more questions, okay, we would ask the residents if they have any input on the matters discussed at today's, meeting. What's that?
So this is for the Decennial Committee for the
The
road
road
district.
district, yes, yeah. If there's no comments on that, is it, call for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Highway Commissioner Alessio,
Aye.
Supervisor Contreras,
Aye.
Trustee, Edwards,
Aye.
Trustee Slattery,
Aye.
Trustee Escutia,
Aye.
Community Member Berzicki,
Aye.
motion carried. We adjourn at 5 p.m.
So I know it's 5 o'clock, but the meeting that's about to take place now, just so the public knows, is the Decennial Committee meeting. I believe a short, brief meeting, we just have to be done in public, and then we're gonna go on the regular board meeting. So the meeting that's about to happen is just, again, it's a Decennial Committee for Joliet Township government, not a regular scheduled 5 p.m., but just so everybody knows what we're about to start.
Angel, what's the Decennial Committee meeting?
What's that?
What's the Decennial Committee meeting?
Oh, yes. So, Decennial committees, just started, this year, through state statute. Each township has to, through the committees, kind of prove, what we're doing as our unit of government kind of to exist, right? So what are we doing to help our residents? It is the most kind of brief, synopsis of what this actually is. We've had our, this would be the township's final Decennial Committee. Road District has one more to go. And then after each meeting, after everything discussed, then we put a report together and we file it with the clerk,
Will County.
with the Will County clerk, and then it's official that we did, a portion of our new statutory, duty, from the state. So it's a mandate that we're doing. So everybody knows. Okay? I think that's good. Okay, so, call to order, Joliet Township Decennial Committee meeting on Tuesday, March 12th at 5:02 p.m. All rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call for attendance, please.
Supervisor Contreras,
Aye.
Highway Commissioner Alessio,
Here.
Trustee Arias, not present, Trustee Escutia,
Here.
Trustee Edwards,
Here.
Trustee Slattery,
Here.
Community Member Berzicki,
Here.
Community Member Jesse Stiff, not present. Okay, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Can I get, approval for the minutes for the Decennial Committee from our meeting from February 13th, 2024, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sure, Trustee Escutia,
Aye.
Trustee Edwards,
Aye.
Trustee Slattery,
Aye.
Community Member Berzicki,
Aye.
Highway Commissioner Alessio,
I abstain, I was not at that meeting.
okay, Supervisor Contreras,
Aye.
motion carried.
Okay, at this time, does anyone from the public have anything, any input on anything the township has been doing at any time? Okay, seeing there is none, our last meeting, we kind of discussed a lot of kind of what Commissioner Alessio had done, kind of going over some of the things, the township has been involved in a while. Quick recap, we talked about a lot of our expansion services, from our GA expanding, our VITA program, our disability placards, our more outreach to our entire new divisions, like our violence prevention team, to things like our transportation department, and just kind of every department picking up more duties. We discussed that last. As far as, the timeline, for our next process is we will, all the committee members will be putting a report together, before, after this meeting, and we will be, I think we have to approve it at our next board meeting, and then we will be, turning it in. I know this one's a little bit more brief, but we are one meeting ahead of the road commission, of the road district's meeting, and all that was discussed. Does anyone want to add kind of anything to the public that they should know about our previous meetings?
No, you did a pretty good job summarizing the things that were done.
But we will be giving, in that report, and I think we'll also include that report in our general, town meeting, next month as well, just so that everyone can, get a good summary of, what everyone here has been working on. So if, no one has any, we'll also be asking, public input as well, so we'll be reaching out. If any other residents like, want to give their input, we'll be reaching out as well to get their input. If anyone that's here actually would like to give any input on some of the programming, that the township's been involved here in the area, feel free to reach out to anyone here, and we will be able to gladly put that in the report, from any organization that we work with. If there is no other comments, then I would like a motion to adjourn. Can I get one?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Edwards.
Aye.
Trustee Slattery.
Aye.
Trustee Escutia.
Aye.
Community Member Bezeki.
Aye.
Highway Commissioner Alessio.
Aye.
Supervisor Contreras.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, thank you. We will be starting our regular town